Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about some of my trendy impulse buys, and we'll be talking about the ones that I regretted, de-influencing you a little bit, the ones that I loved, and then kind of talking a little bit about how I am using these learnings to spend a little bit more mindfully and have slightly better spending habits. So let's get straight into some of the things that I bought. The first one is my Doc Martens. So I literally bought this. I was a broke college kid. I had no money. I walked into a Journeys and I was like, oh, they have it. Let me try it on just for funsies. And then I tried it on and I loved it. And I was like, okay, let's buy it, but not wear it out so that we can see if we like it and then just return it if I really do need this money or whatever it may be. I was super into, and I'm still into, but like back then, I think the chunky platform shoe was super in. And I didn't have anything, so I just bought it. I was coping pretty hard. I was like, I can just return it. It's totally fine. Let's just see how it goes. And then I ended up wearing them out the very next day, and I was like, well, I can't return them now, but that's totally fine because I did end up wearing it every single day for like the next 6 months. I just loved the shoe so much. It went with, I think, everything I wore, and it still does. But yeah, and I still do love them. They can go with more kind of like girly looks. They can go a little bit more grungy looks. They just kind of fit almost every single vibe I could ever want to wear. So yeah, I did end up loving my Doc Martens. Second one is another pair of shoes. It's my Sambas. So I originally thought that I wouldn't get into the Sambas. I just kind of didn't like it. I didn't think I'd like a thinner shoe, smaller, compact looking shoe. But then they were literally everywhere. And I saw just a bunch of other like Pinterest, TikToks, all the outfits. But then it really started popping off, and literally it was like the biggest shoe ever. And then I saw outfits that people were putting together in different ways, different styles. I was like, okay, I'll buy it, fine. So I really gave into the hype with this one. I was like, I see it everywhere. All the outfits are starting to look really good with them. Fine, I'll get it. But now I actually wear this shoe every single day. It's like the perfect neutral shoe that's not just plain white. It's not plain black. It's a little bit of everything, but neutral. Can wear with almost anything and everything. I think with everything I just said, I think it makes it the perfect work shoe. It's neutral. It goes with every single outfit I wear. I did end up loving my Sambas. I know a lot of people hate the Samba actually because of like the shin splints or the shin pain, and not gonna lie, I did have that a lot at first, especially I work in San Francisco, so lots of walking, and I felt the pain, but I think the more I wore it, I just got used to it and I don't feel that anymore. So it's actually great and I love it. Now for my third item, I can't show it to you because I'm using it. It's the Osmo Pocket 3. We all know how it's gone crazy. It's literally popped off. Not trying to be a little hipster or anything, but I did buy this before it kind of popped off. I saw a couple of TikToks on it and I was already itching to buy it. I was making lots of TikToks and I didn't want to use my phone anymore. I kept killing my phone. I was running out of storage. The battery was starting to get really bad. So I wanted like a whole separate camera to use for my TikToks. So when I saw this, I tried to kind of look at other reviews and I didn't see any of the bigger YouTubers, or there wasn't that much content on it on TikTok yet. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy it. So I bought it. And then initially I regretted it because I stopped making TikToks once I started work because I just didn't have the time. So I was like, now I just have this camera that doesn't do anything because I don't make content. But ever since I started YouTube, I use it all the time. And it's literally like everyone talks about how great of a camera it is. It really is great and I love it. So I use this literally every day. Everything you hear that's great about the Osmo Pocket is great. I'm sure if you know, you've heard so much about it. It's discreet, it's small, quality's great. It's so smooth. I mean, it's not the best quality camera, but for what it is and how good it is, you can create great videos, even cinematic ones. Like, it's just a really good camera. So that was the third thing that we loved, that we impulse bought, that was trendy. And our last one that we're going to talk about today is my Awala water bottle. So yeah, I bought this because I'll talk a little bit about it later, but I had a prior water bottle that I just ended up not liking. And like, I remember my mom, when she saw me buy this, she's like, dude, do you have to follow all the trends? Do you have to buy every single water bottle that like comes out on the market? And I'm like, I didn't mean to, but I think this is the one that I'm sticking to because I love that it's leak proof. I can throw it in a bag and not worry about things spilling. I like that I could use a straw, or I could just like tilt it back like a regular cup. And yeah, it's just, I love it. I don't have much else to say. It's super cute. I mean, I got like a more plain colorway, but like it literally fits my lifestyle the best. I truly do think that this is gonna be my end all be all water bottle, and that I won't need to buy another one anymore. So those were kind of the impulse slash trendy item things that I bought that I ended up loving. So now let's get to the juicy stuff, the regrets. And speaking of water bottles, it's my Stanley. I hate my Stanley. I thought the Stanley was super, super cute, and it worked really well when I was just staying at home. I was kind of jobless at the time. I literally would just stay home. And when I did go out, it would mostly be for errands and stuff, quick things where I wouldn't even feel the need to bring a water bottle. But then as I started like going back and like doing things, whether that's like going hiking or going to the mall for a long period of time, or when I started work, I had no way to bring this water bottle because I would have to hold it with me, and I hate holding it, especially when I'm on BART, which is kind of like a public transportation subway thing in the Bay Area. I have no place to put it. Also, like the one thing that people love about this Stanley is this part and how it fits in water bottle holders or like cup holders in a car. My car, it doesn't even fit. It doesn't go in. I'll show a picture, but it's not even gonna go in. So the thing that everyone loves about the Stanley doesn't even work for me. So yeah, the Stanley just didn't work for my lifestyle. I can't throw it in a bag. It doesn't even fit in a cup holder. I mean, it's great for if I'm just kind of sitting at home and doing nothing, but that's rare, and I'd rather not have like oh, this is my home water bottle. Oh, this is my travel water bottle. If I can just have it be one thing, I'd rather just have one thing. But yeah, Stanley, definitely kind of a regret purchase. All right, the second thing we're gonna talk about that I regret is another pair of shoes. Since we've talked a lot about shoes, I don't have it anymore because I sold it. And they are my Panda Dunks. For that shoe, I truly just bought into the hype. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, because when I look at the shoe now, I'm just like, I don't even like it. Why did I buy it? It's just not a shoe that I look at now and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a cute shoe. I'd want to wear that. And these were like so popping at the time, you couldn't even buy a pair. Let me tell you, I bought the pair for like, I think double the price on StockX because I just wanted it so bad. But most of my regret comes from buying it from StockX, where the price was double. Basically, it just did not match my style. Like, I think when I bought this, I was slightly getting into shoes. I had like a few Jordans that I bought, and then I was like, ooh, like look at this popping shoe that everyone's getting. Yeah, let me get it. But it just didn't fit my style. So that was my second thing we'll talk about for my regrets. All right, so for our third item that we're gonna talk about, I don't have it with me, but is my Ninja Creamy. So I bought this because I, want to eat more desserts or sweets or kind of treats that can better fit kind of my goals, higher protein, lower calorie. But what I realized when actually using it is that if you want to kind of save your pint for later, you'd have to respin again to make sure you get that consistency again. And the problem with the respins, I don't know if I've mentioned in this video, but I go back and forth between my parents' place in the East Bay and SF, where my fiance is. So I have some stuff there, some stuff here. Because it requires multiple respins and I mostly am at an apartment, I don't want to be that super loud neighbor because it is so loud. It's so loud. And then when I'm not in SF, when I'm in the East Bay, I just have no space for it anywhere. Our kitchen is kind of already full of a bunch of appliances. So this goes in my room. And I'm just like, there's no space for this, and I barely use it because of all of those things. So I actually do really want to love it. I want to use it so bad. It just truly doesn't fit my lifestyle. And this is a regret, not because I don't actually love this product or the idea of this product. It's a regret because it doesn't fit my lifestyle. And I mean, I could just make sure I'm cognizant of when I use it in an apartment during daytime hours where it's not too late or not too early. I guess I could do that as well, but it is still pretty loud and, I don't want to be that neighbor. So that, unfortunately, is why I regret buying the Ninja Creamy, even though I love it. And the last thing we're going to talk about today And another thing that I regret is my Dyson Airwrap. My aunt was the one that kind of convinced me to buy it. She was talking about how, oh, I get ready so easy now, like it's so fast, it takes less than 10 minutes. And I was like, oh, like that's really cool, because the reason why I don't do my hair all the time is because I feel like it takes too long. You know, if this makes it faster, like, yeah, I think I'll get it. And it was a Costco deal, so it was a lot cheaper than usual. So I was like, okay, let's do it, yeah. But the thing is, I don't do my hair. I usually don't do my hair. And buying the Dyson, I thought would make me want to do my hair, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. I thought it would make me love doing my hair or want to do my hair, but I just don't. It was kind of an aspirational buy, like, oh yeah, I want to be a person that does my hair and like, you know, has nice styled hair every single day. But I don't do that already. It was just an aspiration. If I was someone who did like use a curling iron or like a hair straightener or something every single day, and it was like, oh, this will save you so much time, and it did save me time, because let's say using a curling iron took 30 minutes, but using the Dyson Airwrap took 15 minutes, I would say that was a good purchase. But because it's aspirational and I don't do it already, it didn't make me want to do it. Now I have a Dyson Airwrap that gets used every now and then. The reason why I'm not like selling it or I'm not giving it away is because I do think if I get the right, I'm not sure what they're called, adapters, or like things like the curling rods or whatever, attachments. If I get the right attachments, I think I could actually like it a lot more. But a lot of the attachments are too thin for my liking. I like a bigger, wavier look. So I've been trying to research looking for the right attachment. So once I do that, we'll try it out and maybe it'll work better for us, but we'll see. So those were some things that I bought impulsively that were kind of trending, and what I loved and what I didn't love. Going back on these items and these purchases, doing a quick reflection, I think that one of the things that I did a lot was kind of buying into hype and not making sure that it fit my lifestyle. I think almost everything I regret was just because it didn't fit my lifestyle, or it was like an aspirational buy, or that it was literally just straight up instant gratification. I thought of it and so then I bought it. But the things that I did end up loving were things that fit my lifestyle. They became daily staples. And I think my biggest learning from this was just making sure that purchases would fit my lifestyle. And now, kind of looking back on this, I think there are a few things I'm going to do to make sure I spend a little bit more mindfully. And the first thing and the biggest thing is, do I actually feel like this would fit my lifestyle? Would I actually use it? Do I actually have the time to do whatever this thing will make me need to do? Example, Dyson Airwrap. Will I actually start doing my hair if I wanted to buy this thing? Or does this water bottle actually fit how I want to use a water bottle? Like, making sure that the item I buy actually works for the purpose I want to buy it, I think is kind of the biggest thing. I think kind of the other thing I'd like to implement is kind of having a cool down period. Some people do like months or weeks. I don't think that I can wait that long, but I do think that at least 24 hours or maybe 48 hours for bigger purchases is gonna be good enough for me. I feel like I do a lot of instant gratification purchases because I'll see such a good deal. For example, that Dyson Airwrap again. I wanted to buy it and then I saw it at Costco for a good deal and then I didn't even think about it. I just bought it. Sometimes the sales make me feel like pressure to buy something, but if I really want something and if it really fits into my lifestyle, I should be able to buy that thing at full price. So kind of making sure that I have a cool down period. Are you willing to pay the full price? Because if not, then maybe you don't really need it. So kind of just taking time to cool down and not just letting my first initial emotions of wanting something kind of take over and make me buy something. So that's basically some things I'm going to try to implement to make sure I spend a little bit more mindfully, kind of get out of that overconsumption mindset, and just, like I said, spend a little bit more mindfully. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful in one way or another, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.